I've cooked up the greatest 6'6" build on NBA 2K26. This build can legitimately do everything and can excel in every game mode. First, I'm going to show you how to create my exact build while explaining why I want each attribute. Then I'll show you exactly where I'm putting all my +1 and +2 badge perks and cap breakers. Alright, I don't want to waste any more time. If you do make this build or want to support me, please do me a favor and drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Now let me show you this 6'6" masterpiece. So now we're in the builder position. You're going to be a point guard, 6'6" height, 194 pounds with a 6'9" wingspan, and you get 3 body types with this build: toned, buff, and stocky. This is a pretty cool addition to the game right there. You can continue from there, and then immediately we're going to go ahead and max our 3-point on this build all the way up to an 89, which you guys are going to see you get silver, limitless range, but that's where one of our max +2 badges is going to go, or +1. You can decide, and I'll give you guys options towards the end when I show you my attributes and everything as of right now. Next, our mid-range is going to go up to an 87. You can choose to use cap breakers here. That's the thing. You get so many cap breakers this year that you can choose to use it on your mid-range to get it to a 92. But I'm going to show you guys something in just a second here where you might want to use your cap breakers. After this, let's go to our ball handle. We're going to put our ball handle all the way up to an 86. And that is why I went 6'6", because not only will our ball handle be an 86, but our speed with ball will also be an 86. And it's really hard to get this on 6'8" builds like that. And I just have always loved 6'6s. And you guys are going to see how fast this build actually is. Next, we're going to go to your guys' favorite stat. Everybody loves pass accuracy. And we're going to stop at a 71. But let me show you this, because this is extremely important and a choice you guys can make that I might even end up doing. So this is a screenshot from statistics, and you guys see he has a 71 pass accuracy just like me, and he is also 6'6", and look at the cap breakers. So if you really want more than a 71, you can do it with cap breakers. So you do have the potential to get that in the 80s if you want. After our playmaking, we're going to go over to our finishing. You guys already know you are going to have driving dunk on this build, a big reason why you're 6'6", and it is going to be all the way up to an 89 driving dunk. And also make sure you put your vertical up to a 78 so that you unlock silver posterizer. And that is another choice you can make with this build. As you can see, gold posterizer is 93 driving dunk and 80 vertical. If you want, you can use 4 cap breakers on your driving dunk and 2 on your vertical to get that, or just tweak my build around a little bit. Keep in mind, guys, I'm making this build for my play style, and you guys can kind of use a template and tweak it how you want, although I love the build that I made. Okay, next we're going to go over here to our perimeter defense and put this all the way up to an 85. So you will have decent defense on this build. And if you want, you can use max +1s on like your challenger, on-ball menace and stuff. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is a possibility. Steal. Now, on-ball steals in this game are really bad. So let's just get our steal up to a 79 so you can at least play passing lanes very well, because that's still extremely important. If you have a low steal, you do not get good animations for passing lanes, and 79 is good enough. But another attribute that ties into your defense is agility, and a lot of people this year have gone low agility, but my speed and agility are actually pretty high. So we're going to go ahead and put our speed up to an 88, and then we're going to go ahead and put our agility up to an 84. These are actually really high ratings for a 6'6" build. You guys are going to see a lot of people with 6'6" and 6'8" with like 82 to 84 speed with anywhere in the 70 of agility. But I think these stats are really important, and we saw it last year, just being fast off ball and agility tying into your defense, making you have to play side to side. With how fast the gameplay is this year is going to be extremely important. And then we're going to wrap it up with our offensive rebound up to a 60. We're going to put this up to a 60 just because the meta this year, I think, is going to be this 6'6" build with poppers, with shooting centers. And when you do that, you want to have offensive rebound, and at 60 you do unlock rebound chaser on bronze, which is just perfect enough. And then right here you have like the tiniest amount of attributes left. Just go ahead and throw the rest of them on interior defense to finish it off, and that is the build. 99 overall. Let me show you guys what this build is named, although I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the name, but hopefully cap breakers can change that. You see, you are a 2-way 3-level shot creator. Yes, it's a common name. Hopefully cap breakers change it, but you see the strengths: lives above the rim, ice and veins from deep, hard to chase in transition, stops and pops like clockwork. So this build can dunk, this build can shoot, this build is fast, this build can dribble. And the weaknesses, well, like I explained earlier, if you want to use your cap breakers for that, you won't be a poor passer. And I actually don't even think 71 is low. I think 71 is perfect pass accuracy. I used it on all my builds last year. But yeah, that is how you create the build. Let me show you guys my build right now, and then I'll explain where I would use each max +1. So this is what he looks like right now at a 93 overall. He's pretty much maxed out. All my useless stats are the ones left besides offensive rebound, I guess, and strength. But the rest I kind of don't need. But this is the good stuff. Badges, number one. Badges take a long time to get this year, you guys can tell. But let me explain where I would use all these extra badge perks. So at level 20 from the season pass, you unlock a tier 2 max +1 badge perk. And I would recommend using that on Dimer, getting that from silver to gold. At level 25 in the battle pass, you get a tier 1 max +1 badge perk. And I personally would recommend using that on Handles for Days gold. You can use it on a shooting badge like Limitless if you want, but I would use it on Handles for Days and get that to gold. At level 30 in the season pass, you get a tier 2 max +2 badge perk. And I would recommend using this on Slippery Off Ball. When you have this gold, you will end up having Legend Slippery Off Ball. Actually insane. And then for the last one in the season pass, you get a tier 1 max +2 badge perk at level 35. And I would use this one on Lightning Launch so that on your 6'6" build, you have Legend Lightning Launch. So you are as fast as possible with these speed boosts with a deceivingly high speed with ball. Now, if you were asking why didn't you use any of your max +1s on your shooting badges, well, this is why, because it's build specialization. You see, at goal 7, you unlock a max +1 badge perk that can only be used on a shooting badge. And with this, you have the choice to either set shot specialist on Hall of Fame, you have the choice to getting Deadeye on gold, or you have the choice of getting Shifty Shooter on gold. I would personally go set shot specialist on Hall of Fame with this one. And then with the very last goal, you get a +2 badge perk, max +2 shooting badge. And finally, this is where Limitless Range comes. You equip this on Limitless Range and you have Hall of Fame Limitless Range. Now, obviously what I would do is I would equip the other +2 on Limitless Range at first until I unlocked the shooting challenge, and then I would eventually equip it to this. But if you want to min-max your build, that's how I would do all the badges. So one last look at my build at a 93 overall. I'll go over it one more time and explain why I went over each attribute very quickly. So I went with the 89 driving dunk because you can get contact dunks, but also there are so many cap breakers this year that if you choose to go a more dunking play style, you can use cap breakers to get that to a 93 and your vertical to an 80. It just fits perfectly. An 89 3-pointer, because that gets you silver Limitless Range, which is exactly what I wanted on a 6'6". 87 midi, because you can use your cap breakers to get that to a 92 to get even better badges or a higher mid-range shot, which is just super clutch. This is the big one, the 71 pass accuracy. If you guys saw earlier, you get +3s and +2s on your cap breakers on this. So you can get your pass accuracy in the 80s if you want to use cap breakers on it. So 71 is the sweet spot. I don't think I would, because 71 passes just good enough. But if I really feel like I need to, I might do that. 86 ball handle, 86 speed with ball. I don't even have to say anything. Those are really high for a 6'6" build. You are very serviceable on defense with an 85 perimeter, a 79 steal, but more importantly, an 88 speed and 84 agility. People don't realize how important the speed and agility ties in to the perimeter defense and steal with your defense. And then to finish it off, offensive rebound 60 to get offensive rebounds from your poppers if they eventually miss. And that is my first build of NBA 2K26, my 6'6". If you guys are gonna make this build, enjoyed this video, or just want to support the channel and help me out, please do me a favor, drop a like, sub if you're new, and I'm out.